Okay. Good morning. Okay, so we have been conducting series of lectures. Okay, so all my colleagues, they have already taken all those lectures, introductory pre-demo lectures. In this session, we are going to talk about lectures on science and technology, right? So let's see what is the importance of science and technology through with the slides or with the help of my slides. I would like to give you the brief information of the importance of science and technology for the purpose of UPSC preliminary examination and mains examination. And even for that matter, I don't know whether you know or not, but this particular subject is also important for other competitive exams also. Nowadays, UPSC started asking many questions from science and technology, right? And all these questions, they are based on current news. So why UPSC suddenly has decided to put more questions on science and technology? The reason is after 2000, let me show you the trends. First, I would like to show the trends. Okay, trends kya tha? Now, see what happens. UPSC had decided to change the syllabus after 2011, right? Till 2013, UPSC kept more or less the same syllabus, and after 2013 UPSC started changing the syllabus. UPSC kept this CSAT as in qualifying nature, or what we can say thoda bahut English ka thoda importance kam ho gaya, right? Paragraph passage thoda bahut change ho gaya. And as far as GS is concerned, UPSC started putting more question based on technology, based on science. Before 2013, UPSC used to put question directly from textbook oriented question hota, right? So means you had to finish all those NCERT, basic NCERT till 10th standard, right? Yeah, jo bhi hai, school books till 10 standards. Now UPSC would ask these questions directly from textbook, but after 2013, UP started putting more questions on technology, more questions on applied science, or what we can say applied technology. And if you come across with the gadget notification, so what is the meaning of gadget notification? A gadget notification hota hai. Have you heard about gadget notification? Gadget notification pata hai kya hai? So gadget notification is a government published document. Whenever UPSC brings that advertisement of UPSC or civil services examination, suppose for example, so and so seats are there, right? IPS kitne city, IS kitne city, right? So every time UPSC brings that particular advertisement, along with the advertisement, UPSC actually brings the gadget notification also. So whatever UPSC wants to bring certain change in the examination system, you will see all those changes in the gadget notification. It's an official document. So even if you appear before this, or when you decided to appear this examination, I would like to tell you one thing, that at least go through this gadget notification at least once, right? Means even before you start your study, you're supposed to read this gadget notification. So what that gadget notification mentions, it talks about physical standard. Blindness hai to kitna hona chahiye, physical standard 40% above hona chahiye, so you will get the benefit of that physical handicap certificates or something like that. Height kitna hona chahiye, IPS ke liye height kitna hona chahiye, kaun se disease when you will not be eligible for IPS examination or uniform service, something like that. So every information you can see, or if you every information you would want, you can see this information in the gadget notification. And in that gadget notification, UPSC has mentioned the syllabus for GS examination, or mentioned the syllabus for GS papers and optional papers. So all the possible optional, or what we can say language optional है जो भी सारा list कहाँ पे होता है? UPSC's gadget notification. So this UPSC gadget notification gives you the information, everything you would want to know, right? So in that gadget notification, what UPSC mentioned in the syllabus as far as this preliminary examination is concerned, right? So as if right now or until now, you might have that awareness that UPSC, you will have to clear these preliminary examination, mains examination, and interview examination. So everybody knows about this thing, right? So there are 3 stages, and you will have to bring that breakthrough in these 3 stages, right? So while describing the syllabus under the heading of prelim, UPSC has mentioned about the syllabus of general science and technology. I would say general science. In that gazette notification, UPSC has only made one statement that UPSC would ask you the question based on general science. So what is the meaning of general science? General science. What is the meaning of general science? Any layman would tell you what is the meaning of general science. General science means physics, chemistry, or biology. दूसरा कुछ नहीं होता है, ठीक है? So physics, chemistry, and biology. These are the 3 subjects you can expect under the heading of general science. But I would tell you one thing: syllabus, or whenever you come across with the syllabus of UPSC, the syllabus of UPSC is just nothing but the myth. Everything falls under the sun is a GS. That is ultimate definition of syllabus. Everything falls under the sun is what? GS. Why? Because if you go through the syllabus, you will find out that nothing on the surface of earth you will not see in that particular syllabus, right? Everything is there in the syllabus. Geography is there, pol science is there, polity is there, international relation is there, world history is there, world politics is there. Everything you come across, you can find out these particular things in the syllabus. So everything falls under the sun is a GS, but still for the purpose of examination, we will definitely see the syllabus. So slide by slide, I would like to describe first the importance of this science and technology examination. Then we'll talk about syllabus for preliminary examination, syllabus for mains examination. I would like to show you the previous year question paper also, and how these questions, they directly came from our notes, something like this. We'll talk about the notes also. Okay, so everything I'm going to talk about is, or in fact, I would say, is this science, though I have decided to talk on science and technology, but I would like to give you extra information about the other aspects also, like how you would read the newspaper, what is the importance of newspaper. Because right nowadays, everyone asks you to read Hindu newspaper or Indian Express newspaper. That is the ultimate thing everyone tell you. Even you can just go around this building, anyone would come and would say, yes, Hindu shuru kiya kya, Indian Express shuru kiya, yahan se shuru hota. But here I'm making one statement that Hindus and Indian Express, these particular newspapers are very, very important for your examination, but they are not enough, I would say. Why? Again, I am making the same statement. These papers are very, very important for your examination, but they are not enough, because you can find out more information, even you can find out more information on internet also, rather than reading Hindu and Indian Express newspaper. But yes, then why now another question crops up in your mind, that why we need to read Hindu and Indian Express newspaper, and Hindu or Indian Express newspaper क्यों पढ़ना है? We read this paper to acquire, to grasp the sense of knowledge, or essence of knowledge, I would say, is knowledge and what we can say language, right? So there is a particular language a bureaucrat would acquire, a bureaucrat would use, right, while writing these mains examination paper. So reading of Hindu and Indian Express newspaper will help you to find out that language, how you supposed to write in the actual mains examination. And nowadays, this is the utility of Indian Express and Hindu newspaper. I would not say that you will not read those papers, but yes, you will read, but yes, you will in fact read these newspaper along with the internet also, along with the other resources also. So that's why I made that statement. Hindu and Indian Express newspapers are very, very important, very, very essential, but they are not enough, right? So such a things, or many extra things, like how would you choose your how would you make your choice regarding optional? What is the criteria to for the selection of optional? ये भी हम discuss करेंगे, right? So first, I would like to start with this slide: importance of environment. Sorry, not environment, importance. My mistake. Because I take environment subject also, so that's why. 1 minute. So first, we will talk about importance of science and technology. Now, if you see that is the slide. That was a different slide. So first, we'll talk about this importance of science and technology for the preliminary examination, for mains examination, for interview examinations. If you come across with this year question paper, I'll show you this year question papers. At least 25% question they came from science and technology topic. So now, suppose for example, many topics are there in geography, many topics are there in environment, but most of these topics are, in fact, I would say, suppose for example, so there were 25 questions from science and technology in this preliminary examination. Now many questions, for example, geography related question, environment related question. In fact, these questions are based on general science, right? Take the example of anomalous nature of water. Anomalous nature of water, this particular topic, have you heard about anomalous nature of water? Have you देखा है? Anomalous nature of water means why ice floats on the water. What is the density of ice? The density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius, something like this. That is a different concept. You don't have to aware of that. But this particular concept has mentioned in your syllabus. NCERT book या state boards, किसी भी state boards के book में 6 or 7 standard के book में मिल जाएगा. ठीक है? So this anomalous nature of water, you can talk this particular concept in the geography also, in the environment also, even in the general science. Or else, I would say, take another example, greenhouse gas effect, global warming, right? You can find out this subject even in the environment, even in the geography. But in order to understand the whole process, like for example, this year mains examination, they had asked you about photochemical smog. In order to understand the photochemical smog, anybody would say that question was from geography, right? Photochemical smog कहाँ से आएगा? Geography का question होगा या environment का question होगा. Photochemical smog क्या होता है? Fog होता है ना, right? So when pollution or pollutant gets added with this fog, it turns out to be smog. Smog is a combination of fog and smoke. That question was there in the mains examination. Have you gone through previous year question paper or this year question paper, mains question paper? Nahin na? So this is the first step you're supposed to take. If you want to unlock the key of UPSC, if you want to find out the hunches, what UPSC actually asks, you need to go through previous year question paper. This is a golden rule, right? Otherwise, you will not be able to make a difference between your academic exam and UPSC exam. समझ में आ रहा है? वरना तो UPSC ने क्या किया होता, जो भी टॉप MBA कॉलेज है वहां से सिलेक्ट कर लेते, या जो भी ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल का टॉपर है या पॉल साइंस का टॉपर है उससे ले लेते यूनिवर्सिटी टॉप. ऐसा UPSC करता है क्या? No, right? So mean there is a different pattern of UPSC. There is a different pattern for the competitive examination, and there is a different pattern for your academic examination, right? So to unlock the whole system of what UPSC asks in the actual examination, you're supposed to go through previous year question paper. Previous year question paper will help you to find out the possible, what we can say, prediction or hunches. Okay. So when you come across this, when you come across with this previous year question paper, I was talking about photochemical smog. This year they talked about photochemical smog. Now photochemical smog, in order to, that question might be there in geography or what we can say environment related subject. But photochemical smog, in order to understand this photochemical smog, you need to understand basics behind the photochemical smog. Photochemical smog is nothing but the byproduct or outcome of nitrogen oxides or oxides of nitrogen pollution along with ozone. Now means every geographical fact, or I would say environment related facts, you will find out science behind it. So more or less, that science would help you to understand the concept of geography, also concept of environment also. So more or less, most of these questions, they are based on scientific concepts, and that's why I made that statement that 25% question they came from science and technology, right? Now this is the preliminary pattern, right? 25% means बहुत होता है, right? Cut off कितना होता है? 110, 112, something like this on an average, right? And that means you supposed to make how many question right? 60 के आसपास, excluding your negative marks. See, negative marks अगर suppose मान लो you attempted 25 75 bits, उसमें से 15 wrong आया, कितना आया तुम्हारा स्कोर? 60. अब 15 का क्या पेनल्टी बैठे, राइट? 1/3 कितना कट होगा 60 में से? -5 बिट्स, राइट? कितना स्कोर आया तुम्हारा? 55 into 2 कितना स्कोर? 110. Means you supposed to attempt at least 80 to 85 question in order to get this 110 marks. समझ में आ रहा है, right? Okay, so we'll find out that pattern also, how to get through this preliminary examination. We'll talk on that subject also. Okay, so this is how it goes. So 25% questions, they actually came from science and technology. In fact, I would say mains related question UPSC has mentioned. Suppose for example, UPSC has mentioned or UPSC has asked more or less 10 questions from technology. So, now you might have aware about this pattern. GS1 hota hai, GS2 3 GS3 hota hai, right? Something like, or ethics ka paper hota hai, GS4, something like this, along with the essay. Okay. Now generally what happens, paper 3 or GS paper 3 is based on current topics. This is very dynamic paper, right? Most of this current related event UPSC asked in this particular paper. तो उसमें क्या होता है? इकोनॉमी होता है, एनवायरनमेंट होता है, साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी होता है, and all these things, right? So GS1 is history, geography होता है, GS2 is polity होता है, international relation होता है, governance, something like. Now this is a general pattern of UPSC, but UPSC is free to ask question in any paper. Even if you go through previous year question paper, UPSC has asked science and technology related question even in the paper 1 and in paper even in the paper 2. So UPSC has only given one pattern, but UPSC has not kept itself that, or UPSC has not decided that it would adhere to this pattern. UPSC asked science and technology related question in paper 3 also, paper 2 also, and paper 1 also, right? So more or less you can see 8 to 9 questions, or on an average I would say this year मान लो 10 था 9 था, but on an average 8 to 9 questions being asked based on science and technology related topics. Now suppose for example each question carries 10 to 15 marks, right? 10 कितना marks होता है? 10 to 15 marks. So on an average 100 marks हम बोल सकते हैं, right? 100 marks you can fetch from science and technology. समझ में आ रहा है? मैं एवरेज बात कर, ठीक है? And out of 1750 मेंस का टोटल कितना होता है? Out of 1750, this is the mains total. 100 marks you can fetch from science and technology. Now in essay paper, nowadays UPSC asks philosophical related subject. Now when we talk about essay, I'll talk about essay also. In essay also you will find out at least one questions from science and technology. ये तो definitely होता है. मान लो out of 8 essays 7 essays philosophical topic होंगे, but one essay at least you will find out based on science and technology related topic, and that essay carries how many marks? 125 marks. So when we add these 100 marks with this essay related marks, कितना होता है? 225. 1750 out of 1750 science technology weighted more or less कितना हो गया? 225 marks, right? So you cannot neglect this topic. In fact, I would say Nowadays, science and technology has become the, or along with the optional and essay science and technology related topic, they have become what we can say watershed. They define your success, because everyone would read geography, everyone would read polity, history, everything. Being a UPSC aspirant, everyone would read history, polity, geography, everything. And for that matter, for polity, everyone would read Lakshmikant. ये तो decided, right? Lakshmikant ऐसा ही एक ही book एक जो सब लोग पढ़ते. Everyone would geography, but the problem is hardly anyone would spend time on science and technology. And even you might have thought that science and technology, engineering background or medical background or technical background, the student would find it very easy, but that is not the case. It depends on your interest. And what UPSC has mentioned in the syllabus, you just have to be aware of your surrounding. That means you are not here to do PhD. You just have to be aware of your surrounding. That means whatever the technological news you come across, you just have to aware of that technology. What are the pros and cons? What are the advantage, disadvantage? Take the example 5G. Recently, Government of India has decided to launch 5G services. Now, definitely, what UPSC would ask question based on this particular news, right? क्या होगा? What are the advantage of 5G? UPSC थोड़ी बोलेगा कैसे इंस्टॉल करते, 5G क्या होता है, स्पेक्ट्रम क्या होता है, कितना स्पेक्ट्रम दिए. That is none of our concerns. ठीक है? What UPSC may ask you, what are the advantage of 5G services? What are the disadvantage of 5G services? Do we really need 5G service? पहले 4G तो complete करो. And we are not getting any 4G related service. Right now, every company is not giving us 4G related services. This is what LTE technology, long-term evolution technology. Yeah, we are getting 3.5G. No one gets 4G services. Remember that. These companies, they have been fooling us since 5 to 6 years. No one gives you 4G services. इसलिए मोबाइल के कॉर्नर में क्या आता है? LTE आता है. समझ में आ रहा है? Have you heard about this? And even UPSC thought to ask the same question on this particular topic. I'll show you that topic also. I'll show you the question also. समझ में आ रहा है? We'll find out. And that question directly came from our notes. ठीक है? That is another thing. Right. So more or less, I would say these you can get to 25 marks in the mains examination out of 70, say 1750. Now, so preliminary examination, mains examination, essay examination, we'll talk about interview. Now, suppose for example, you had your graduation from engineering background, right? You had your graduation from mechanical engineer, IT engineer, or what we get software engineer. Now you might have thought that, okay, when you went into the, when you went before the interview board members, interview board member, they would ask you question based on your graduation, and you would think that yeah, that would be very easy if they would ask me the question based on my graduation. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता, वो उल्टा करते, गूगली करते. If you did not have science and technology related background, they will ask you question based on technology. And if you had your graduation from engineering or IT, they will never ask you science and technology related question. वो उल्टा करते. Why? Because they just check you, they just check your scientific temper. If you did not have that technical background, but they would like to check your scientific temper. ठीक है, इसका MA हुआ है, इसका BA, लेकिन इसको science में कितना interest है? Why? Because even after you pass your foundation course in Missouri, still there are multiple courses, because right now government of India has launched Digital India Mission, and government is expecting from its officer that they would know at least something about technology, at least something about information and technology. That's why they, definitely they would not select all those technological geeks or technocrats. I would say not geeks, technocrats, but definitely UPSC is expecting that it would select the candidate, and those candidates would have at least some information about technology. And that's why UPSC thought to put more question based on technology, or what would say science and technology related question, right? So this is a thing. So even in that case, interview board member, they may ask you the question based on technology, based on recent technology. Suppose a particular technology is making headline, making breakthrough. Definitely, you will come across with this question by the interview board members. Now, take the example of, suppose for example, COVID, right? Suppose for example, you did not have technical background in your graduation and you went to before the interview board member. So just एक simply question वो पूछेंगे, have you been vaccinated? ऐसा पूछ लिया, have you been vaccinated? आप क्या बोलेंगे? यस सर मैंने वैक्सीन, कौन सा वैक्सीन लिया? राइट, नेचुरली कोविशील्ड लिया कि कोवैक्स लिया? अनदर क्वेश्चन क्रॉप्स अप, क्या है दोनों के डिफरेंस? बूस्टर डोज क्या होता है? एंटीजन क्या होता है? एंटीबॉडी क्या होता है? कोविशील्ड लाइव वैक्सीन है कि किल्ड वैक्सीन है? बच्चों को कोवैक्स क्यों देते हैं? नेचुरली, right? That means you just have to be aware of your surrounding. Now you have got vaccine, so that definitely being a UPSC aspirant, you will try to find out everything about Covishield. कौन बनाता है? Covishield mRNA vaccine है क्या? उसके drawbacks क्या है? Initially, why you get symptoms like what? Suppose you actually went through COVID-related infection. Right? So all these information you may have to face in the interview board member. तो ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते सर मेरा तो ग्रेजुएशन ही नहीं, ऐसा बोल सकते नहीं ना? नहीं, मेरा तो साइंस बैकग्राउंड ही नहीं, मैं क्या वैक्सीन तो लिया, राइट? सो दिस इज अ थिंग, दैट्स व्हाई इवन फॉर दैट मैटर इन interview in when suppose if you are that fortunate enough and suppose you went before the interview board members, you will have to face the question based on टेक्नोलॉजी. सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल अभी रिसेंटली 5G है तो 5G के बारे में पूछेंगे, फिर इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल के बारे में पूछेंगे, समथिंग लाइक दिस. सबसे पहले पूछेंगे तुम्हारा सिटी कौन सा है? पुणे. ओके, पुणे. पुणे के सबसे 5 प्रोमिनेंट चैलेंजेस 1 2 3 4 बाय हार्ट करके जाने का इंटरव्यू में. ऐसा नहीं हाँ पोल्यूशन, हाँ और ट्रैफिक, ऐसे नहीं 1 2 3 4 5 6. सपोज यू आर हेलिंग फ्रॉम वन पर्टिकुलर विलेज, तुम्हारे विलेज के पहले 5 प्रॉब्लम क्या? ऐसे ही पूछते हो, क्या प्रोमिनेंट 5 प्रॉब्लम है? सीवेज लाइन नहीं है, वाटर ड्रिंकिंग वाटर प्रॉब्लम है, पोल्यूशन है, समथिंग लाइक दी, ओवर क्राउडिंग है, जो भी. और पुणे के प्रॉब्लम में पूछा ट्रैफिक, तो डेफिनेटली दे विल आस्क यू व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन. सपोज यू आर अपॉइंटेड एज अ Pune Municipal Commissioner. How would you tackle the problem of traffic? क्योंकि काम तो वैसे ही करना है ना, तो वो तुमको पूछेंगे तुम क्या करोगे. If you were an IS officer, you being posted as a Pune Municipal Commissioner, क्या करोगे आप? How do you tackle the problem of traffic? Right? So means whatever the things are going on, you just have to be aware of surrounding. Suppose मान लो metro's construction is going on, तो तुमको पूछना चाहिए मेट्रो का रेंज क्या होता है, उसका मेट्रो से पुणे में रियली प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होगा क्या? होगा क्या? पुणे के लोग बोलेंगे नाही आमची 2 व्हीलर्स बरी, इथे बाजूच्या दुकाने दूध घ्यायला थोडी जाणार आम्ही मेट्रो, राइट? सो सोशल एक्सेप्टेंस भी होना चाहिए. मेट्रो nowadays has not become a symbol of status, right? It is a need, right? It's not a luxury, it's a need. पुणे का ट्रैफिक देखा है, right? So that is the problem. That means whatever the things they are happening around you, you need to aware of those things, right? So that's why you may have to face the question based on science and technology. Suppose you went before the interview board member, right? So this is the importance of science and technology. Now we'll talk about how you will find out the answers, but before that I would like to talk about the syllabus. Now we were talking about the preliminary examination related syllabus, and simply I would say in the gadget notification also UPSC has asked you about, or UPSC has made one statement that UPSC would put question based on general science. Now general science, I already told you kya hota hai, physics, chemistry, biology. Now this is the beauty of this examination. max to max in the preliminary examination, how many questions would be there on physics and chemistry related topic? एक या दो topic होते. So that means even if you did not have any comfort in physics and chemistry, you can literally skip it. But I would recommend you to just go through this NCERT at least once. एक बार भी तो पढ़ो. Otherwise क्या होता है, फिजिक्स थोड़ा टफ अभी भी टफ जाता है, केमिस्ट्री अभी भी टफ जाता है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि that doesn't means you will not be eligible for civil service examination. Preliminary examination is a, what we can say, is a qualifying nature examination. That means for one or two questions, suppose you do not find that comfortness in studying physics and chemistry, you can skip it. But it's my recommendation. At least एक बार तो भी पढ़ लो. 10 standards तक NCERT पढ़ना है या state board books पढ़ना है. Now, but I am not going to ask you to skip biology related question. So 75% weightage you would put on biology related topics. Why? Because biology is very dear and near to us, right? One should not talk about, or one should not, or I would say ki that's not necessary that one would know about the ABS technology, anti-lock braking system technology, engine ka design kya hai, right? Electric vehicle ke bare mein. But yes, definitely one should know what are the vaccines they are available around you, और कौन सा वैक्सीन लेते, कौन सा वैक्सीन नहीं लेते, कोविड, और I would say किसी को भी पूछ लो, is it COVID is a viral infection or bacterial infection? Anyone would say क्या infection है? Viral infection. Because biology is very near and dear to us, so that means we supposed to know about biology. And UPSC tend to ask many questions on biology related topics. क्योंकि सबको मान लो कुछ नहीं पता, लेकिन एटलीस्ट उनके बॉडी के बारे में तो पता हो, राइट? समझ में आ रहा है? सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल इंडिया हैज बिकम द डायबिटिक कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. कौन बोलता है? WHO बोलता है, लैंसेट जर्नल बोलता है, ठीक है? इवन ऐसा एक भी फैमिली नहीं कि जहाँ पे डायबिटिक का कोई पेशेंट. सो इंडिया रिसेंटली हैज बिकम द डायबिटिक कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, एंड एवरीवन नोज व्हाट मेडिसिन यू टेक to treat that, not treat, but to prevent the diabetic symptoms. Insulin, right? Insulin. लेकिन मान लो तुम्हारा कोई इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड नहीं और किसी ने तुमको पूछा ये ABS क्या होता है, मुझे नहीं पता. एंड अगर नहीं पता तो लोग बोलेंगे ठीक है ना, नहीं पता है तो नहीं. लेकिन अगर तुमको नहीं पता है कि इंसुलिन लेते हैं डायबिटीज में, तो इतना भी नहीं पता. समझ में आ रहा है? So biology is near and dear to us. The most neglected thing around us is what? Breathing. Have you observed your breathing ever? Breathing, most important part. कभी observe किया है दिन में अगर breathing stop हो गया तो? The very existence of your life on the surface of earth will go away. But we never focus on our breathing. इसलिए जितने भी meditation technique वो क्या बोलते हैं? Breathing पे focus करो. So what I wanted to tell you that biology is near and dear to us, and you will come across n number of news. These news would related to the biology. मान लो कि this is now post monsoon season. Monsoon तो अभी over नहीं हो रहा है, but post monsoon season we have been gifted with dengue, malaria. Indians, they have been gifted means sarcastically बोल रहा हूँ. आजकल डेंगू मलेरिया क्या है? एपिडेमिक नहीं, वो एंडेमिक हो गया. तो डेंगू किसके बारे में होता है? वायरस. किससे होता है? वायरस से. डेंगू में क्या करते हैं? प्लेटलेट. ये कॉमन सेंस, ये सबको आता है. सो मींस दैट्स व्हाई यूपीएससी थॉट टू आस्क मोस्ट ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड ऑन बायोलॉजी रिलेटेड टॉपिक. So I told you, I made that statement that you may skip physics and chemistry, but I would not say you would skip biology related topics. And in fact, I would say you would put your 75% focus as far as science and technology is concerned, 70% focus on biology related topics. So what you would do, you will just go through previous year question paper. You will have to finish basic NCERT till 10th standard, and you would put more focus on biology related topic. Okay? As far as preliminary examination is concerned. And some few questions, they are based on technology related. We'll find out. Now, next is mains related syllabus. I would like to talk about mains related syllabus also. Syllabus for mains examination. Paper है previous year paper शायद तुम्हारे पास है. यूनिक नहीं दिया होगा ना, एक बुकलेट छोटा. हमेशा syllabus अपने पास रखो. Always keep a syllabus list with you. Right? Syllabus, na? So in the paper 3 syllabus, you might have come across with these statements. Right? हमेशा syllabus previous year question paper अपने पास रखो. You might have come across with this statement made in the paper 3 syllabus. Syllabus है? नहीं. Okay. यहाँ पे देखो. So first statement goes something like this. Science and technology developments and their applications and effects in everyday life. क्या लिखा है देखो. Developments and their application. ये word पे focus करो. क्या है? Applications. Develop. Suppose there are n number of technological developments they are taking place around you. Right? जैसे आजकल देखो, after every 5 vehicles you will come across with one electric vehicle. आजकल electric vehicle क्या, green name plate क्या बढ़ रहा है? So you will definitely focus on what? Green vehicles or electric vehicles. What kind of batteries they use? What is the difference between aluminum battery and lithium ion battery? Right? What are the battery related technology? How much time it takes to charge? What would be the mileage if you charge that particular car for a day, something like this? These are the questions. So developments means science and technology related developments and their applications and effects in everyday life. Now, you know about the developments, you know about the application. Now, effects in everyday life means what? Suppose there are some technology, and what is the impact of those technology on your daily life? And suppose, for example, I would like to give you one example. If you read Hindu newspaper or if you read Indian Express newspaper, for that matter, Times of India is also good, right? You can come across with n number of news. जैसे for example, Hindu का एक common news होता है. Western Guard expert they found one frog. हमेशा उनको एक frog मिलता है, right? कभी भी देखिए हिंदू में एक वेस्टर्न घाट में घूमते रहते हो, एक फ्रॉग मिलता है. एन नंबर ऑफ स्पीशीज, एम्फीबियंस के बहुत सारे स्पीशीज है. नाउ क्वेश्चन अराइजेस, डू वी रियली नीड टू फॉलो दैट न्यूज, और व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया? बिकॉज देयर आर एन नंबर ऑफ न्यूज एंड आई डोंट नो that news would come in examination or not, or that particular topic would come in examination or not. How would I find out that this particular news is relevant to your mains examination? Right? So there is one criteria. You will study only that particular news which would have a huge impact on society. Right? So first you need to ask the question. Suppose मान लो कि you are reading a particular news. So you will ask one question, इससे सोसाइटी को इम्पैक्ट होगा क्या? हो रहा है, बहुत सारा हो रहा है. You will read that news definitely. अगर तुमको लग रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, right? जैसे for example, scientists recently found anti-cancer medicine. Have you heard about anti-cancer medicine? Right? Monoclonal antibodies. Now imagine the situation if scientists they have been able to find out the solution, permanent solution against the cancer, then imagine the impact that would on society. Kitna impact hoga? Because right now we have found out solution against every disease almost, but still scientists they have not been able to find out the breakthrough against cancer. Cancer has always been a headache for medical fraternity also. They are struggling a lot. Even person who suffers from cancer struggles a lot. समझ में आ रहा है? So if they found solution against the cancer, that means it would have a huge impact on society. Definitely you will read it. समझ में आ रहा है? And if suppose that discovery, that breakthrough made by an Indian scientist, you will read definitely 100%. क्योंकि वो क्या है? Indians ने बनाया. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So that's why developments and their application and effects in everyday life. Suppose, for example, why everyday life? Because UPSC makes one statement, or UPSC made one statement in your syllabus that UPSC would put question based on general awareness. But UPSC has not mentioned about whose general awareness, because it's a subjective feeling. मेरा जनरल अवेयरनेस डिफरेंट होता है, तुम्हारा जनरल अवेयरनेस डिफरेंट होता है. अगर मेरा इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड है, मेरा जनरल अवेयरनेस डिफरेंट होगा. अगर मैं आईटी फील्ड का है, मेरा जनरल अवेयरनेस डिफरेंट होगा. नाउ इमेजिन द पर्सन who is in is ये यूपीएससी बोर्ड मेंबर, इसका एज कितना है? Now can you say his general awareness aligns with your general awareness? Definitely not. Subjective. And who sets the question paper? This person. And what UPSC made the statement that UPSC would ask you question based on general awareness. But whose general awareness? Definitely this person's general awareness. And at this age, this person would find out the information about diabetes, calories, constipation, heart disease. He will find out the information about stents, insulin, obesity, right? Definitely he would decide to put question based on this topic. And that's why when you study for mains examination, or when you study for science and technology related subjects, you would put 80% weightage on health related topics, because definitely this person, they would ask question based on health related topic, because it's their general awareness. समझ में आ रहा है, right? Okay. So you will study, or even if you come across with all those news, you would put focus on health related topics or biology related topics. Now, achievements of Indians in science and technology, indigenization of technology and developing of new technology. Now, achievements of Indians in science and technology. Now, when C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize at that time, around I would say 1920 के आसपास, 28 के आसपास उनको मिला. At that time, India did not have that independence. India got independence in 1947. Now, can we say C.V. Raman was an Indian scientist or British Indian scientist? Because it has made the statement, achievements of Indians in science and technology. Now, question arises, C.V. Raman क्या थे? जब उनको नोबेल मिला वो तब कहाँ पे? वो यूके में थे. And they took the Nobel Prize on behalf of British India, or on behalf of British. But can we say C.V. Raman is an Indian scientist? Definitely he is an Indian scientist, because India is not a political term. India is a cultural term also. समझ में आ रहा है? पगड़ी तो उनका था, culturally, politically different होता है. Culturally तो Indian है, right? So achievements of Indians in science and technology, that means we supposed to begin with ancient Indian scientists, Maharshi Kanad, Aryabhatta, right? So all these scientists till the recent scientists like C.N.R. Rao, Vijay Bhatkare, जो भी, Anil Kakodkar, nuclear scientists. So we need to, or APJ Abdul Kalam for that matter. So we need to find out the contribution of all those scientists. We need to read the contribution of all the scientists. Now, suppose a scientist is there, or recently, suppose that scientist has got some breakthrough, definitely you will read it. Right? I'm giving you only the information, what kind of information you will come across and how would you read. Because internet is flooded with a number of, what we can say, topics, and most, in fact, I would say, most ideal or important source for the science and technology related topic is the internet. Internet पे सबसे ज़्यादा information का किसकी होता है? Science and technology की होता है, right? But how would you find out this? But that particular news is relevant for examination or not, because sab to nahi pad sakte the. So you will have to find out the way that this particular news is important for examination or not. Now next is indigenization technology and developing a new technology. So there is a difference between these terms. Try to understand this term. Indigenization technology does not mean you have got that you have got the breakthrough of that technology in India itself. Indigenization of technology does not mean that India has developed this particular thing or a technology. So take the example of LCA. Have you heard about LCA? अब AMCA भी आ गया, Advanced Multi Combat Aircraft. LCA पता है ना? LCA तेजस. Have you heard about तेजस? तेजस एक फाइटर क्राफ्ट है अपना. तेजस ऐसा है. ये तेजस नहीं है तो मान लो तेजस. ठीक है. ठीक है. Okay. Now, can we say Tejas, or if government mention, government ये भी तो बोल सकता है, is Tejas is state of art aircraft. State of art means everything has 100% you can find out, or 100% built in India only. 100% means every component has been manufactured in India itself. तब हम उसको क्या बोलेंगे? State of art. Indigenous means somehow we have modified this plane, because whatever the engine, the most important part in that particular plane, engine, वो कौन से कंपनी का है? जनरल इलेक्ट्रिकल कंपनी, जो कि यूएस बेस्ड है. तो क्या हम बोल सकते हैं ये टोटली इंडियन मेड है? नो. तो ये क्या है? इंडिजिनस है. इंडिजिनस मीन्स somehow we have been able to develop that technology, somehow we have been able to develop that plane, right? But most of the cases we may have to take help from foreign, or what can say, institute there which are located abroad. Now take the example of BrahMos missile. BrahMos kya hai? Along with the Russian collaboration, we have been able to develop this missile. It's a supersonic missile, right? It's a cruise missile. There are different types of missile. I'll talk about this. It's a cruise missile, but it is not a state of art missile. It's what? Indigenous missile, right? ये कौन सा मिसाइल है? Indigenous missile. So या फिर ऐसे समझ, suppose Rafale, everyone knows Rafale aircraft क्या है? Rafale जो मिला है फ्रांस से, वो क्या है? Obviously we got that aircraft from France. तो वो indigenous नहीं, वो foreign made. But Rafale का deal क्या था? Plane supply करना. But we need to launch the missile from this particular plane. So we need to bring certain modification into the plane, right? So when we bring certain modification into the plane or into that particular technology to make that technology suitable for Indian condition, Indian atmosphere, Indian necessities, then we can say that these are the indigenous technology. Take the example of Akash missile. Akash missile क्या है? Indigenous missile. समझ में आ रहा है? So this is a difference between state of art and indigenous. Indigenous doesn't mean everything you made in your country. Indigenous means you may have to use foreign component also, but you need to bring certain modifications so that that particular technology will be used in your country. समझ में आ रहा है? This is the difference between indigenization technology and developing a new technology. Developing a new technology means state of art technology. Now next is awareness in the field of IT, space, computer, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology, issue related to intellectual property right. So what it has mentioned, UPSC clear-cut mention, UPSC has mentioned these headings in the syllabus: ITA, space, computer, robotics, and nanotechnology. Now nowhere in the syllabus UPSC has mentioned about health. Nowhere in the syllabus UPSC has mentioned about nuclear technology. But UPSC found out asking many questions based on this topic. ये जो टॉपिक दिया उससे ज्यादा टॉपिक कहाँ से आता है? हेल्थ एंड न्यूक्लियर टेक्नोलॉजी से। समझ में आ रहा है? So though in the syllabus UPSC has not mentioned about nuclear technology and health, you would not scold UPSC. Array, suppose for example COVID related question that has appeared in your mains examination, तो एग्जाम में ऐसा नहीं बोलोगे अरे यूपीएससी ने आउट ऑफ सिलेबस पूछा। तुम ग्रेजुएशन में पूछ सकते, इधर पूछ सकते नहीं। So we need to modify the syllabus for the purpose of examination and for the purpose of our lectures also. So this is a tentative syllabus list and we need to modify the syllabus. So just you can write it down. Okay. First syllabus or first topic I would say is health. Right? Health में क्या आता है? Nutrition. Every alternate years in the preliminary examination, you will find at least one question on nutrition related topic. Right? And suppose for example vitamin C deficiency leads to what? Scurvy. Vitamin B deficiency leads to what? Anemia, something like this. So there are various vitamins, minerals are there, and there are deficiencies also. And every alternate preliminary examination you will come across with a question based on this nutrition related topic. Nutrition and diseases, right? So TB, bacterial diseases, viral diseases, parasitic disease. Suppose government recently has decided to eradicate leprosy. Suppose recently our Prime Minister made one statement that by the year of 2022, Government of India would eradicate filariasis, leishmaniasis. Leishmaniasis means काला आजार, right? बिहार में ज्यादा होता, अपने इधर नहीं होता, बिहार में ज्यादा. So our government has decided to eradicate these diseases, or for that matter, initially government thought to eradicate HIV by the year of 2030. But now suddenly these experts, they thought that they would eradicate the disease even before 2030. And what I would say ki how they have got that confidence and why they made that statement that by the year of 2030 they would eradicate HIV. Definitely there are some good news around us. तो उससे हिसाब से गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल बोलते होंगे कि 2030 तक HIV eradicate हो, right? Something like. So we need to talk about diseases also. या फिर max to max what UPSC asks you, all of the following diseases are viral diseases except, all of the following diseases are bacterial disease except, all of the disease being transmitted through mosquito or vector borne except, और बीच में कोविड है, कोविड मॉस्किटोस होता है कि नहीं होता, something like this. So in health topic we'll talk about nutrition, we'll talk about diseases. Diseases में भी क्या होता है, communicable disease होता है, non communicable disease. ठीक है. Next is robotics. So when UPSC thought to make the change, or when UPSC thought to change the syllabus, UPSC introduced one topic, that is robotics. That was there in 2011. Right after 2011, now this 2022 is going on. 10 years are over. But robotics, in robotics, science has widened its scope. Robotics has widened its scope. Nowadays, you are hearing around, these terms around you: artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, machine learning, deep learning. ये तब था क्या? नहीं था, अभी आ गया. So we need to modify the syllabus also. UPSC has made only statement about robotics, but we need to find out the scope of robotics also. Everyone, everything, or every recent technology is talking about artificial intelligence, right? Facebook का जो फेस मैपिंग जो सॉफ्टवेयर होता है वो क्या आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस ही टैग करने के लिए वो करता है ना कि this particular person is in your friend list. समझ में आ रहा है? वो क्या है? आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. Machine learning, what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning? What do you mean by robotic process automation? Nowadays, the chatbots, they are talking with you. राइट। एला नाम की चैटबोट है एसबीआई पे। अब वो कॉल सेंटर वाले फोन करते नहीं, अब कौन फोन करता है, कौन कम्युनिकेशन करता है, चैटबोट्स। तो चैटबोट्स आर नथिंग बट व्हाट, रोबोट्स। रोबोट्स मींस मैकेनाइज्ड डिवाइस नहीं हो सकता हमेशा, रोबोट्स मींस सॉफ्टवेयर भी हो सकता, ठीक है। So we need to modify the definition of robotics, and we need to bring certain topics under the definition of robotics, and we'll talk about all those topics also. Third point, nanotechnology, right? Nanotechnology, see, again I am telling the same things that when UPSC thought to change the syllabus, UPSC made the statement about nanotechnology, but at that time UPSC did not mention about what, quantum mechanics. So we need to find out what do you mean by quantum mechanics, what do you mean by quantum physics. So why? Because if you want to understand the concept of nanotechnology, you will have to study the quantum mechanics and quantum physics, right? So we'll talk about these technologies also. Fourth one is health. Okay. Nuclear science and technology. Nuclear science and technology, right? And I have already made that statement that UPSC did not mention this particular topic in the syllabus, but UPSC loves to ask question based on this nuclear science and technology. समझ में आ रहा है? So nuclear science and technology is very big topic. It will take almost around 5 to 6 lectures to finish up this topic. I'll take almost around 15 to 20 days to finish up these topics. समझ में आ रहा है? Obviously 5 to 15 to 20 days continuously, पर वीक तुम्हारे 1-2 लेक्चर होंगे, तो आराम से 4-5 लेक्चर लगता है उसको, ठीक है। न्यूक्लियर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. नाउ UPSC has mentioned about IT, but I would say I and CTQ. Communication technology क्या है? Mobile communication technology, right? Now when we talk about 5G, when we talk about 4G, when we talk about 3G or any mobile related technology, that means we are talking about communication related technology, right? So instead of writing IT, I would write information and communication technology. Along with that, I would write computer, right? There are various types of computer. You will have to find out the difference between ordinary computer and supercomputer. Now everyone has forgot about supercomputer. Why? Because scientists, they have gone beyond the supercomputer. Now everyone is talking about what? Quantum computer. Definitely UPSC will never ask you supercomputer anymore. टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गया है, अब क्या पूछेंगे? क्वांटम कंप्यूटर क्या है? सो कंप्यूटर विल टॉक अबाउट कंप्यूटर, फर्स्ट जनरेशन कंप्यूटर क्या है, सेकंड जनरेशन कंप्यूटर क्या है, थर्ड जनरेशन, फोर्थ जनरेशन, फिफ्थ जनरेशन. Along with that, you will have to read about internet, how internet had evolved, who is the mother of internet, who is the father of internet. No one is a mother and father of internet for that matter. Internet has evolved on its own. ठीक है, स्वयंभू. So internet के बाद we will have to talk about darknet. Then when we talk about darknet, we will have to talk about cyber security and cyber crime also, and all these laws related to all these laws that deal with these cyber crimes. Information Technology Act 2003 amended in 2008 will talk about various provisions also, like for example section 66A. Recently Supreme Court has struck down section 66A because we are not here to do PhD. We are going to study for UPSC examination. We are going to study for civil services examination. So naturally we'll talk about those legislation, those laws, those acts which deal with these cyber security, cyber crime related topic. ठीक है. Sixth one is biotechnology, right? ठंडी वास्ते ना, ठीक ठीक, बंद कर दो, ठंडी लग रहा है, एसी स्ट्रॉन्ग है। Biotechnology. So there are various types of biotechnology: red biotechnology, green biotechnology. We'll talk about recombinant biotechnology, vaccine development, and all these things. So biotechnology also very important topic. Every alternative year you will come across with a technology, we will come across with a question based on this biotechnology related topic. Seventh one is क्या रहेगा अपना biotechnology, space, ठीक है, space science and space application, space science or space technology I would say, ठीक है, space science and space technology. And eighth one is defense, ठीक है. So this is how, or this is a list of tentative topics we need to study for the purpose of mains examination and for that matter purpose of preliminary examinations, ठीक है. But here I was telling you the same thing. Here UPSC has not mentioned about defense, UPSC has not mentioned about ये तो मैंने नीचे लिखा है, क्या लिखा है देखो, topics like health, disease, nutrition, artificial intelligence need to be focused, but they have not been mentioned in your syllabus. Syllabus में वो mention नहीं किए. So this is a mains related syllabus. We have already talked about prelim related syllabus, ठीक है. Now we'll study some basics thing or previous year question paper and how to find out the hunches. Now just let me tell you these things. Suppose for example, let me show you this year preliminary question paper. Have you gone through this year preliminary question paper? सबसे पहला rule, if you are serious enough to prepare this particular examination, the golden rule is first you need to find out, first you're supposed to go through previous year question paper or this year question paper. कितने लोगों ने देखा है? नहीं देखा, क्यों? अरे ये गोल्डन रूल होता है, पहले उस सिस्टम के बारे में तो पता कर लो कैसा होता है. So this is this year question paper and just I would like to bring some questions before you and we'll talk about the syllabus also, ठीक है. just 2-3 क्वेश्चन मैं बोलता हूँ and how this question directly came from our notes, that's the thing I wanted to show you, ठीक है. suppose for example ये यहाँ पे दिखा है, other than the question goes something like this, there were 3 statements under the question, other than those made by the humans, nanoparticles do not exist in the nature. Nanoparticles from some metallic oxides are used in the manufacture of some cosmetics. पता है कौन सा cosmetics? Sunscreen. इसमें क्या होता है? टाइटेनियम ऑक्साइड के nanoparticles. And that particular topic was taken by me in the lecture itself. मैंने उस पे बोला भी था. प्रोटेक्शन फैक्टर होता है, गर्ल्स को पता, PF30, PF50, राइट. आजकल गाइस को भी पता है वैसे. they have now become conscious about their health, राइट. पहले गर्ल्स रुमाल लगते, अब निंजा मास्क लगाते लोग, ठीक है. So they have also become conscious about their skin nowadays. Complexion, Indians, they are very serious and they are very conscious about their skin. Seriously, okay. So third statement was like nanoparticles of some commercial product which enter the environment are unsafe for human. क्या है देखो, commercial products which enter the environment are unsafe for the human. ये तो है, इतने सारे पार्टिकल्स है. अब ये तीनों स्टेटमेंट्स के नोट्स देखते पहले. लेट मी शो यू. पहला स्टेटमेंट मान लो तुमको पता नहीं, सी, ठीक है. सनस्क्रीन लोशन कॉस्मेटिक प्रोडक्ट है, SPF सन प्रोटेक्टिंग फैक्टर. नैनो पार्टिकल यहाँ पे ऊपर क्या लिखा है, सॉरी, Nanoparticles based on the products can be used small amount. They give smooth appearances. They do not leave the gaps between. ये सब cosmetic. यहाँ पे क्या है? Zinc oxide and titanium oxides. ठीक है? Cosmetic क्या heading है वहाँ पे? Cosmetic. ये कहाँ से आया? अपने नोट से है. ये मेरा नोट्स. अति सूक्ष्म तंत्रज्ञ. Right? Nanotechnology. Nowadays, you will have to find out every alternate word in Hindi or Marathi. You might have come across with the news also. Government of India has decided to convert or decided to bring technical courses in Hindi or regional language. It would be a Herculean task, but yes, it has begun. I don't want to comment on that. ठीक है, तो नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी. नाउ यहाँ पे देखो क्या है. This is a doomsday scenario. Doomsday scenario means environment polluting or pollution related effect of nanotechnology, right? So what would happen if these nanoparticles they got spread around us? ठीक है, क्या होगा? Because these are such a small particle, atomic scale पे particle. Now they can damage your respiratory system. They can damage, even they can go inside your circulation system also. In fact, RBC, red blood cell, is wider than nanoparticles. Imagine the situation, what would happen if we will be surrounded by all those nanoparticles. So definitely it would have an environmental related damage. So that was the question. Simple question was there. Okay. Now again, then I will come on that particular question. Other than those made by the humans, okay, nanoparticles do not exist in the nature. ये क्वेश्चन अब ये मुझे तो पता चल गया. नैनो पार्टिकल्स सम मेटालिक ऑक्साइड, इसका मतलब टाइटेनियम ऑक्साइड, ये भी मुझे पता चल गया. अनसेफ फॉर एम, तो इसके बारे में मुझे पता नहीं था. सो व्हेन वी यूज सिल्वर फॉइल ऑन स्वीट्स, देखा है कोई भी स्वीट्स देखो आजकल हमारा ट्रेडिशन होता है उसके ऊपर सिल्वर फॉइल लगा है. दैट इज नथिंग बट व्हाट नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी. बिकॉज our ancestor, our forefathers, they knew about benefits of silver, because silver, many cases silver is used as a antibacterial agent, right? आयुर्वेदा में सुवर्ण भस्म है या चांदीचा भस्म है, right? किसके लिए यूज करता है? इन्फेक्शन ट्रीटमेंट के लिए. तो इसका मतलब yes, they did not know about nanotechnology, but at least some information, some beneficial information of silver or gold particles, our forefathers or our Ayurvedic scientists, they knew about these advantages. So ये भी statement क्या है? यहाँ पे क्या है? Do not exist in nature. इसका मतलब ये statement क्या है? Wrong है. Answer option क्या है? 2 and 3. ठीक है. दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन था जो कि डायरेक्टली आप मेरे नोट्स है, वो क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. That question was based on COVID vaccine. ठीक है, एक मिनट. ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन था. Consider the following statement in the respect of probiotics. Probiotics किसका टॉपिक है? न्यूट्रिशन का टॉपिक. In fact, only unique academy takes about this nutrition related topic. No one talks about nutrition related topic. Have you heard about any academies taking nutrition related topic? No. I knew that UPSC would ask you probiotic कौन यूज करता है? जिनका digestive system खराब है. किसका digestive system खराब होगा? The person who was in his 60s or 50s. Probiotics क्या है? योगर्ट, याकुल्ट, ये क्या है? प्रोबायोटिक है. कभी देखा है याकुल्ट पे तो उसके ऊपर कौन सा बैक्टीरिया है? दिस इज कॉल्ड जनरल अवेयरनेस, क्यूरियोसिटी. यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट उसमें क्या लिखा है. इतना ही देख लो बस, इतना ही नेसेसिटी टू स्टडी फॉर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड टॉपिक्स. Probiotics are made both of bacteria, yeast, the organism इन प्रोबायोटिक्स फाउंड इन फूड वी इंजेस्ट बट दे डू नॉट नेचुरली ऑकर इन अवर गट, ऐसा नहीं है, वो हमारे गट में ही होता है, उसको ही थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करते हैं। प्रोबायोटिक्स हेल्प इन डाइजेशन ऑफ मिल्क शुगर, याकुल्ट मिल्क, ठीक है। सो I knew about these particular thing and I told the student that definitely UPSC would put focus on probiotics. मुझे पता था ये पूछेंगे, ठीक है। एक कोविड के बारे में क्वेश्चन आता है, दैट्स एक क्वेश्चन दिखा, ठीक है, मिल नहीं रहा, ठीक, बाद में देखते हैं, जब लेक्चर होगा तब देख लेंगे। ठीक है, कोविड का क्वेश्चन दिख रहा है, है। See this question. In the context of vaccine manufactured to prevent COVID-19 pandemic, consider the following statement. You can ask about this question. This is, in fact, that was the question that had appeared in our preliminary test series. And surprisingly, there is no difference between the statement I made and the question came in this examination. एक word भी नहीं बदला। अब ये डिस्क्लोज तो नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज यूपीएससी हैज नॉट टारगेटेड यूनिक एकेडमी। क्यों? obviously there are various test series around you or you can come across with this n number of test series, लेकिन अगर तुम्हारे पास ऑनलाइन सब्सक्रिप्शन है तो यूपीएससी के पास भी, राइट? तुम्हारे पास है तो यूपीएससी के पास भी ना। so UPSC always believes in that particular system, natural justice, theory of naturalist। have you heard about theory of naturalist? कि मान लो कि एक रूरल फार फ्लंग एरियाज में एक स्टूडेंट बैठा, उसके पास कोई एक्सेस नहीं, यूपीएससी आल्सो वांट्स टू ब्रिंग दैट पर्सन इनटू द मेन स्ट्रीम, इसलिए वो फेयर सिस्टम करना चाहता है। सो अर्बन बैकग्राउंड स्टूडेंट को जो सिस्टम और इजी एक्सेसिबिलिटी मिलता है नोट्स का या जो भी टेस्ट सीरीज का, उसको क्या मिनिमाइज करने के लिए यूपीएससी क्या करता है। दैट्स व्हाई यूपीएससी गैजेट नोटिफिकेशन, यूपीएससी हैज मेड वन स्टेटमेंट, एनी लेमैन कैन आंसर द क्वेश्चन, ऐसा लिखा है उस यूपीएससी का पेपर ही ऐसा होता कि एनी लेमैन कैन आंसर द क्वेश्चन। सो दैट क्वेश्चन वाज देयर, सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया प्रोड्यूस कोविड-19 वैक्सीन नेम कोविशील्ड यूजिंग mRNA प्लेटफॉर्म। And I told the student that definitely UPSC would put this question because some person they died because of mRNA vaccine. Some experts they died because of this mRNA vaccine, Pfizer company का vaccine. समझ में आ रहा है? And government of India decided to give Covishield vaccine. So naturally question would arise कि Covishield vaccine mRNA vaccine है क्या? Common sense है कि नहीं है? चलो देखते क्या है। Sputnik 5 vaccine is manufactured using vector-based platform. Covaxin is an inactivated pathogen based on vaccine. Which of the statement is correct? Which of the statement given above are correct or not? Now, let me show you the notes. And there was a discussion that took place in our class. एक कोविड का पूरा स्टूडेंट्स ने डिमांड किया था, सर एक पूरा लेक्चर ले लो कोविड, पूरा लेक्चर लिया था मैंने। ये क्या है? ये ऑल द टाइप्स ऑफ वैक्सीन, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है देखो, ऑक्सफोर्ड एस्ट्राजेनेका जो कोविशील्ड वैक्सीन है ना, ये क्या है? वायरल वेक्टर वैक्सीन है। और mRNA वैक्सीन यहाँ पे देखो, पूरा मैंने पढ़ाया था लास्ट ईयर, SARS-1 SARS-2 म्यूटेशन क्या होता है, उस डेल्टा वायरस, ओमनिक्रॉन वायरस, ये सब मैंने, इम्यूनिटी क्या है, ठीक है, समथिंग लाइक दिस। फिर यहाँ पे एक वैक्सीन था मॉडर्ना, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? mRNA वैक्सीन, right? mRNA vaccine, and this mRNA vaccine was not good. So I took the topic. I asked the student, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है मैंने, viral vector vaccine. So I asked the student to prepare for this vaccine related topic, and definitely I knew that it's Sputnik 5. And I knew that definitely UPSC would put question based on this vaccine related topic. और उस साल में इंटरव्यू बोर्ड मेंबर ने भी वैक्सीन के बारे में बहुत कुछ पूछा. समझ में आ रहा है? So that question was there also from my notes. But now here the question arises, how do I know that this particular topic is relevant for examination or not? First is experience. Next thing is what? Previous year question paper analysis. That is the only thing. That is the only thing you're supposed to do. If you unlock or if you want to find out the hunches or predictions, you have to go through previous year question papers, right? So this is how it goes. Okay. Now, so means if you are thorough enough in current news, if you are good in current news, if you are good in currents, then it would help you to break through in the preliminary examination, and for that matter mains examination also. जिसका current पक्का होता है उसका civil services पक्का होता है. समझ में आया? So you need to focus on current also. That was a question, that was a news in 2017 about Indo-Japan civil nuclear deal, and immediately UPSC thought to put that question on this topic in 2018 preliminary examination. So this is how you find out all those hunches in the preliminary examination. Now we'll talk about mains examination. So this is, now when you talk about science and technology related question for the purpose of mains examination, one thing you need to follow. Remember one thing, science and technology related questions, they are always in the format of Bain and Boone. ठीक है? Sharp की Varda. Right? 20 years before, what was the metaphor was there? TV, Sharp की Varda. 10 years before, internet, Sharp की Varda. अब क्या होगा? Facebook, WhatsApp, Sharp की Varda. अब क्या आएगा? YouTube, Sharp की Varda. Means for the period of time, technology change, but the nature of discussion remains. During our childhood, जब सिर्फ टीवी था तो पेरेंट्स क्या बोलते थे? तो टीवी मत दे. फिर न्यूज़पेपर में क्या है कि आजकल का जनरेशन किसकी वजह से बर्बाद हो रहा है? टीवी की वजह से. आज क्या बोल रहे? व्हाट्सएप की वजह से, यूट्यूब की वजह से, राइट? सो these things go on, and that's why UPSC always asks any technology related question in the format of Bain or Boone. Next format होता है, UPSC will never expect from you that you're supposed to know every know-how about the technology or details of the technology, but at least you will have to understand, or at least you're supposed to know the applications of the technology. So you will always find out, even if you did not understand that technology, at least you will have to know, or you're supposed to get the information about what could be the applications of that particular technology. ऐसा नेसेसरी नहीं कि पीएचडी होना चाहिए, लेकिन एटलीस्ट वो किसके लिए यूज करते हैं वो तो पता होना चाहिए. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी. हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी? राइट, बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी. आजकल फडणवीस साहब थोड़ा पतले दिख रहे, क्यों? Because he went through bariatric surgery. Gadkari ji patle दिख रहे, क्यों? He went through bariatric surgery. Bariatric surgery is a surgery where you can see they clamp the stomach and they reduce the space of the stomach. Now, why I'm talking about this medical related technology? Because nowadays this particular surgery has become cheap surgery. Anyone can have access. Anyone can go through this surgery. And that's why now people, they are talking about now people, what they are thinking about these technologies, that even without going through these physical exercise related program or dieting related program, you can put down your weight. So you don't have to go through these physical activities. Even if you did not put your body on exercise, even if you did not carry out physical exercise, then still you will have the option to put down your weight. That means you need to ask what could be the impact of this technology on society. क्या impact होगा अगर लोगों को लगा है कि ये बहुत cheap है, पतला होना बहुत cheap है, but exercise सिर्फ पतला होने के लिए करते हैं क्या? Can we perform the exercise just to put down our weight? No. Exercise has n number of benefits, right? So this is the technology which could have a huge impact on your body. That's why we need to follow this technology. समझ में आ रहा है? Right? So there are some. Yes, they just have to. You just reduce the space of the stomachs. When you reduce the space of the stomach, that means even if you had very little food, it gives you that satisfaction feeling, completeness feeling. जैसे मान लो भूख लगी, थोड़ा food अंदर गया तो हाँ मेरा पेट भर गया, because they have reduced the space of your stomach. This is how it works, right? So something like this. So means what I wanted to tell you, that any technology you come across, you will always have to find out the applications of the technology, pros and cons of the technology, bane and boon format. So we'll find out the previous year question for that matter. See all those previous year questions. Now I have just collected few questions to show in this discussion. Discuss the India's achievement in the field of space technology. How the applications, again that particular term appears in this particular question. How the applications of this technology has helped India in its socio-economic development. Remember, we are studying these technologies not because, not for us. We are studying this technology not for any other person. We are studying this technology to see the impact on society. समझ में आ रहा है? जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल RFID, रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी आइडेंटिफिकेशन है, फास्ट आगे. What could be the impact of this technology on economy? What could be the impact of this technology on society? या फिर near field communication है, you just have to put your card near to this POS machine. Automatic क्या है? Transaction takes place. Have you heard about near field communication? तुम्हारे मोबाइल के ऊपर ऐसा लोगो होता है ना, near field communication. You have to hold that card within 10 centimeter of this POS machine. POS machine mean card swiping machine. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Point of sale machine. ठीक है? So something like this. How the applications of this technology has helped in India socio-economic in its socio-economic development. Next question was in 2016. See, ये 15 marks के लिए था, ये भी 15 marks के लिए था. Why is nanotechnology one of the key technology of 21st century? What are the silent feature of Indian government mission? And फिर से देखो क्या है? Applications and development. समझ में आ रहा है? फिर से क्या पूछा? Applications and development. Now in 2017, something like this. How does Juno mission NASA help to understand the origin and evolution of Earth? That means we will have to see, we will have to study the breakthroughs got by the other countries also. समझ में आ रहा है? Scientific achievements of other countries also. NASA is very reputed institute, right? In space field, right? So if suppose NASA has launched a particular mission, that means we supposed to read that mission also. ऐसा नहीं कि ISRO के बारे में ही पढ़ना है. Stem cell therapy is gaining popularity in India to treat wide variety of medical conditions like leukemia, thalassemia, damage, cornea, and all these things. Describe briefly what the stem cell therapy is, and again, what question, what term arises here? Advantage, right? Advantage, application, disadvantage. Okay. 2017 में एक क्वेश्चन आया था, डिस्कस द पोटेंशियल थ्रेट्स ऑफ साइबर अटैक एंड सिक्योरिटी फ्रेमवर्क टू प्रिवेंट इट. राइट, पोटेंशियल थ्रेट्स. ठीक है. गिव एन अकाउंट ऑफ ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ न्यूक्लियर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज? फिर से क्या आ गया? एडवांटेज ऑफ फास्ट ब्रेडर रिएक्टर प्रोग्राम इन इंडिया. Okay, so these are the technology. Now we'll talk about essay. When you see the essay, there are 8 essays. Section A होता है, section B होता है, right? And you supposed to write at least, so not at least, you supposed to write only 2 essay out of 8 essays. Now essay could be political essay होता है, essay could be based on international relation, essay could be a social essay, essay could be a philosophical essay. ठीक है, essay could be on environmental issue, something like that. There are a number of topics, but nowadays an essay could be on science and technology also. But nowadays UPSC started putting most of this essay topic on philosophical subjects, right? So out of 8 essays, 7 essays were from philosophical topic. But yes, I would like to tell you one thing, but every year at least one essay you will find out based on science and technology. This is the beauty of science and technology. And 90% students, they go for science and technology related essay. क्यों? एक तो easy है, subject material ज़्यादा है, facts भी ज़्यादा मिलते. Now let me show you essay paper. एक essay paper कैसे होता है देखते हैं. ये ऐसा एक essay paper होता है. Section A, and each essay carries how many, for how much mark? 125 marks. Total कितना होता है? 250 marks. ठीक है, कितने words में लिखना पड़ता है? You supposed to write, you supposed to finish one essay in approximately 1000 to 2000 words. 1000 means कितने pages? एक पेज में 100 words on an average होता है, तो एक पूरा पेज मिलके कितना हो गया? 200. तो how many pages? 5 pages. ठीक है. So these were the essay topics. क्या लिखा है? Farming has lost the ability to be source of subsistence for majority of farmers in India. Second क्या था? Impact of new economic measures on fiscal ties between union and state. Quality वाला essay. Destiny of nation is shaped in its classroom. Philosophical essay. Has the non-alignment lost its relevance in multipolar world? Higher related essay. Joy is the simplest form of gratitude. अब इसमें क्या लिखोगे? Fulfillment of a new woman in India is a myth. We may brave human laws but cannot resist natural laws. धीरे धीरे UPSC has decided to change the pattern of this essay subject or essay paper. Nowadays, out of 8 essay this year, 8 essay out of 8 essay, 7 essays were based on these philosophical topics. क्या लिखा है? Social media is inherently a selfish, थोड़ा बहुत science technology से related, right? Now we'll see previous year essay topics. देखो 2050 के every year you will find out one essay from science and technology topic. See, in 2015, technology cannot replace manpower was the essay topic. Technology cannot replace manpower means what is the undertone of this essay topic? Bain or boon? Technology, manpower. Human, technology. Technology cannot replace manpower means that means on one side you would talk about technology, on another side you would talk about benefits of humans, right? Or human resource. Another essay was there in 2016. Innovation is a key determinant of economic growth and social welfare. No, now you need to talk about, or you need to think about what are the innovations so that you would bring economic growth and social welfare. Next topic was cyberspace and internet, blessing or curse to the human civilization in the long run. Bain boon format आ गया. Digital economy, leveler or source of economic inequality. That means again the same format, bain or boon. Year देखो 15, 16 में तो 3 ऐसे था science technology. 17, social media is inherently a selfish medium. We have just seen that essay. 2018, alternate technology for climate change. 2019 expanding information technology occurs or placing, वही फॉर्मेट है, समझ में आ रहा है? So every essay topic you will find out at least one essay from science and technology, and you won't believe 90% students they go for science and technology. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मैं दूसरा ऐसे करूंगा impression डालने के लिए, ऐसा नहीं होता. Even if 90% students they went for science and technology related essay, that doesn't mean UPSC would bring down the marks for all the students who went for that science and technology essay. ऐसा नहीं होता. 90% स्टूडेंट ने भी अगर ऐसे टॉपिक साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी का लिखा तो भी स्क्रूटिनाइजेशन सेम लेवल होता है. ऑप्शन है ना, इट्स अ चॉइस, राइट? लेकिन कुछ लोग एक्सपेरिमेंट करते, नहीं 90% स्टूडेंट साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी लिख रहे तो मैं दूसरा लिखूं. लेकिन सब्जेक्ट मटेरियल है क्या, कंटेंट है क्या? कंटेंट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. If you do not have a content, what's the use of writing that particular essay if you did not understand about that topic? Okay, so this is what essay related topic, right? So we have talked about preliminary examination syllabus. I have shown you previous question paper also, main syllabus, main topic, everything. Now we'll talk about the syllabus and how would you read this particular topic. Syllabus, or I would say books, right? Books. So your job is to finish 10th class NCERT up to 10 star, up to 10 class NCERTs. If you had your schooling from state board, then up to 10 standard state books would be enough. ठीक है? तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि NCERT पढ़ो, state board books पढ़ा तो भी चलता है. Your job is to finish basic books till 10 standard. Max to max 11-12 का सिर्फ biology. 11-12 का फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री नहीं किया तो भी चलता. I'll take care of it. ठीक है? We'll skip it. ठीक है? So your job is to read only this thing. Now here question arises, what about science and technology? What about current related news? I'll take care of it. And that's why I would recommend you to join the academy. Why? Because I am not saying that you will not get through without or you will not get through the civil service examination if you did not go for any class. Even without joining the class, you can crack the examination. But the thing is time. If suppose if you did not go for any class or any academy, I would say, then you would take suppose for example 3 to 4 years. एक साल तो पूरा एक्सपीरियंस लेने को ही चला जाता है. So joining class reduces your time of selection, or what you can say, it increases the chances of your selection, and it reduces the time also, because all these faculties are experienced faculties. They would share their experience and it will help you to find out your breakthrough as early as possible. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So when we start these lectures, then I'm going to take each and every topic. Don't worry about that. And nothing comes outside of my notes. Your job is to read 10th class NCERT or NCERT till 10th standard, and rest is my subject material, that is my notes. My notes are enough for you. Don't read anything beyond my notes. जो भी करना है क्लास में ही करना है. You can ask previous year students also. समझ में आ रहा है? जो भी discussion होगा. But yes, I warn you, never bunk my class. Because if you bunk or if you miss a class, then you will not be able to understand the next class. This is the problem. क्योंकि हर क्लास का क्या होता है? लिंक होता है. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So my notes are enough. There are a number of magazines available out there. एक साइंस रिपोर्टर है, but I would recommend you don't go for that. I'll read for you. I'll take care of it. Your job is to only attend the class and read NCERT, basic NCERT पढ़ो, बाकी कुछ नहीं करना, ठीक है? Okay, so something like this, ठीक है? Basic science NCERT from 6 to 10, 12th class का biology or state board books are enough. Current news, Hindu or Indian Express, whatever the current news you come across in these particular newspapers, those news would be enough. And even if you did not read Hindu newspaper for 1 or 2 days, जैसे for example, see, अगर 2 या 3 दिन हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर नहीं पढ़ा तो भी चलता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। नहीं, मेरा 2 या 3 दिन का हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर छूट गया है सर, इससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, स्किप इट, आगे वाला पढ़ो। Because I told you, Hindu and Indian Express newspapers are very very essential but not enough. तुम्हारा स्मार्ट मोबाइल बहुत अच्छा है, but use it in a smart way. मोबाइल स्मार्ट नहीं होता है, तुम स्मार्ट होते हो। नहीं तो बहुत सारे लोग पास iPhone 14 भी है, और उसका यूज क्या होता है 99% WhatsApp and Facebook, right? Okay, so class written notes इतना ही काफी, don't worry about that, right? We'll finish this topic in the class itself. For preliminary examination also and for mains examination, my class notes are enough. Class discussion is enough. Okay? Okay. If you have any question, you can just let me know. You can just ask. Or next lecture, I'll directly start with the nuclear science and technology related topic. Okay? This topic is a huge topic and it will take almost around a month. So if you have any question, you can just ask me right now. Because next time I will not take that introductory lecture or introductory information. Directly I'll start with the topic nuclear science and technology. ठीक है? किसी को कुछ पूछना है? नहीं? ठीक है. Shall I stop? ठीक है? हाँ. Let me introduce myself. In the beginning I did not mention my name deliberately. ठीक है? Now, because I decided I would not mention my name in the beginning. Okay. So my name is Dr. Amit. I'm a MBBS doctor. Okay, gynecologist. But teaching is my passion. Being associated with Unique Academy and civil services is my passion. I went through many exams, but something went wrong in examination. Of course, fault was mine. I could not clear the exam. But yes, I would like to share my experience with you, right? So don't worry about that. We'll finish this topic in the class itself. Okay. If anyone has any question, just he can or she can ask me. Okay. Otherwise, else we'll stop. Okay. Okay. किसी को कुछ पूछना है? Shall I stop? Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है. Okay.